Transformative education is about radical change of our society, our culture and our person in order to have a sustainable future. It's not easy, it's challenging, and we're only going to do it when we have to. As we know with our own personal change, we usually only change when we have to. Question is how to do it, and what we do at OASES is try to provide a holistic experience of a pathway towards doing just that, transformative education. That is also integrative. So what are we integrative of? What are we changing? That's the big challenge, to work that out. And the question is, what do we take from our society that we've developed over the last few hundred years, which take forward into our future, like the internet, like our picture of the Earth spinning in space, a sense of one consciousness, one planet. These are some of the things we've developed, which are worth taking forward, and then reintegrating into another future. The question also is, what do we take from the past, way before Western civilization came into dominance? What comes to mind here is our relationship with nature, where nature was our biggest teacher and our elders were our teachers, where village, tribal life was the centrepiece of life, was the only life. Now we have to re-establish and recreate a sense of community in a global consciousness. It's quite different, so therefore the question is how to integrate into a new future from our present, what's worthwhile keeping and getting rid of the rest, and what do we draw from our past way beyond this civilization. So that's the integrative challenge. So it's a big picture, it's a big challenge, it's a big ask, and we haven't got much time to do it. So what do we do in OASES in order to begin that path to explore that territory? Well, in the course I teach, entering the ecological world, and also co-evolutionary spirituality, but I'll talk about entering the ecological world. We come up to Muramura, which is an intentional community. So we use the resources of the community as a window into maybe some of the steps that need to be taken. How we attempt to live with nature, and also how do we deal with the conflicts with it. So for example, we have lyrebirds around me, lyrebirds, wombats, wallabies, happily frolic around our house, in fact even nest in the tree fern next to it. So that's part of the success story, but we're always battling with weeds and wild cats and deer and so forth. So it's not a nice, necessarily harmonious thing, but we have bits that are synergistic. Anyway, we're looking to use that as a vehicle. So students come up here and participate and observe that and can see its strengths and weaknesses, and then we use that to window back into their own development as a community of students and how they're developing as a group. So it's a bit of a dialogue between how Muramura lives as a community and how this group of students is living together just for 3 days, 3 nights. But it's fairly intense and fairly confronting and at times quite joyous. As part of that story, we also take them out into the forest, because we have 400 acres of forest, we have farmland, we're on top of a mountain, we're in a powerful nature place where nature's voice cannot be denied, cannot be ignored. So they spend a night in solitude in the forest, working and thinking and reflecting about their own personal relationship with nature and how that can be shifted, changed, and to see it in a more multifaceted way of not just as something they have to do to breathe and eat, but as something that's vital for their own spirit in the sense of knowing who they are and where they fit in life, and to explore life through the life of other species. Okay, so transformative and integrative education is holistic. It's about not just your thinking, it's about your feeling, it's about your spirit, it's about what's outer and inner and how they interrelate. It's visceral, it's about being physical and feeling things in order to learn things, not just to read it in a book. The things that we just read in a book, we tend to change, and we're vulnerable to external influences so easily. But we've experienced it, we've felt it, we've touched it, and then it's learning for a lifetime, not just learning for the moment. Welcome to the journey.